Hey, what's up out there? This is BJ, and welcome to College Football This Week, presented by Nissan. Nissan has a great new contest where you can win a 2017 Nissan Titan in your favorite college team's colors. How about that? I'll tell you more about it in just a moment. But let's take a look at last week's ball games. Roll Tide Roll. That's exactly what they did for the 10th straight time versus their arch rivals, Tennessee. Put a whipping on them. Wasn't even close, folks. Come on, Alabama. Give Tennessee a chance. And Ohio State and Wisconsin, that was a big one. Much, much closer than a lot of people expected. I thought Wisconsin could actually win, but we don't really want to talk about my picks from last week, do we? If I owe you some money, call somebody. Don't call me. I don't have any. But Wisconsin, they had a chance to win that ball game. Couldn't close out Ohio State. Ohio State gets to overtime. J.T. Barrett does what he does, finds a way to win with his legs and also with his arm. Very impressive on the road. And last but not least, NC State, the Wolfpack versus the Clemson Tigers. Kyle Bombard, the kicker. 33-yard field goal. Now, he'd already missed 2 field goals in the game. He had another block, and yet he couldn't get it through the uprights. Clemson escapes in overtime. Big win for the Tigers. They remain unscathed, heading to a bye week. Their next foe is Florida State. All right, enough of looking backwards. Let's look forward. 3 stellar matchups on the docket this week. Let's start out west. BYU at Boise State. This should be a pretty good football game. 2 teams that like to play a physical brand of football, and 2 teams that are not getting a lot of rest. For BYU, this will be their 3rd game in 12 days. For Boise, their 3rd game in 13 days. So, hey, who cares about all that? They're young, right? They can get it done. Let's start with the running backs in this one. Jeremy Nichols for Boise. He's got 40 carries last week, or he had 40 carries last week, 217 yards versus Colorado State. That's a huge workload. Look for him to get the rock even more. Also, Rippon at quarterback has been outstanding. 12 touchdowns, 3 picks. That is it. He's going to have to play a pretty clean game to win versus the Cougars, because those old men, I mean, come on. This is so unfair. You got those grown men. Taysom Hill at quarterback for BYU. He's still there. That's right. He's 26, 27 years old. He's older than a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL, but still getting it done. More of a pro-style guy than a runner now. And their running back, Jamal Williams, he is dynamite, folks. He is the 2nd leading rusher in the nation in terms of yardage. Big bruising back, run between the tackles, also get out on the perimeter and leave you in the dust. I'm going with BYU. I'm going to go with the grown men. This is so unfair. Grown men taking on those young cats up there at Boise, but I'm going with BYU in this one. Our next game, let's head down south to the SEC. Arkansas versus Auburn. Arkansas, a thrilling victory. They're at home versus Ole Miss, and Chad Kelly, that vaunted passing offense. Their defense got it done, came with a big play. They're late to force a fumble versus Chad Kelly and get the win against those Rebels. But I like what Austin Allen's doing at the quarterback position right now. 18 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. They got that running game going too with Raleigh Williams, well over 100 yards rushing versus Ole Miss. On the flip side, the defense, yes, we're talking defense when we're talking about Auburn. Can you believe that? Kevin Steele, defensive coordinator, done an excellent job. They're number 4 defense in the SEC right now. Unbelievable. Who saw that coming? And they're running the rock. Kerryon Johnson, Cameron Petway, and Sean White, the Tigers quarterback, is playing extremely well. Only 2 picks the last few ball games. Look for Auburn to get this win coming off a bye week. Go with those Tigers. And last but not least, another big one for Alabama before they head to their bye week. They take on the undefeated Texas A&M Aggies. The Aggies coming in, rushing for well over 200 yards in every ball game this year. They've got an excellent freshman running back in Travion Williams, leads the conference in rushing right now. And, of course, Trevor Knight, a dual-threat quarterback. Still a 50% passer, though, going up against this Alabama defense, folks. I mean, they'll put a crick in your neck and a limp in your step. Just ask Tennessee. They just ate them alive last week. This defense, once again, gets the pick 6. Their special team scores on a punt return, all those non-offensive scores. It's just offensive, isn't it? I know how you feel. They just come at you in waves. And on the flip side, their offense, Jalen Hurts, this true freshman, outstanding. He's number 2 in total offense in the SEC as a true freshman. And the running backs, Jacobs and Harris, Scarborough, they just keep coming at you on that side of the ball as well. This is going to be a fun football game. I think Alabama is going to be way too much for the Aggies, though. But make sure you tune in because it's on CBS. So here are the details on that Nissan sweepstakes I teased early. All you have to do is visit diehardfan.com/sweepstakes and follow the instructions there to customize a 2017 Nissan Titan. Customize it in your favorite college team's design, and you just might win it. We'll see you right back here next week.